My name is KW, and today we're going to be doing a simple review and walkthrough of the new line array from JBL, the PRX ONE. Stay tuned. And upon opening of the box, it reveals the contents. What you get is the Class D amplifier, mixer on the back, colored LCD screen, 12-inch sub, 12 2.5 inch line array tower, bag for the line array tower, quick start, paperwork, and the power supply. Alright gang, I'm going to turn this off and bring you back as we set this up. Alright everybody, welcome back. So the specs on this system, we'll start with the base and we'll work our way up to the top of the line array. This is a 2000 watt Class D amplifier. On the back it has a 7-channel mixer with effects, reverb, delay, and chorus. On the back you have 4 omnibus inputs for XLR and 1/4 inch, 2 1/4 inch line arrays, a 3.5 millimeter input jack for headphone, iPad, or what have you, and a bass through or pass through XLR output to connect to another PRX or speaker. Down below is your power supply for your IEC cable. Here in the United States, it is a typical IEC cable. You can plug into a 110 socket to get your power. The specs on the base are the length is from corner to corner 16 1/4 inches long. The width is 14 inches, and the height of the base from the bottom to the top is 28 inches. We'll come around. And from the bottom of the base to the top is 78 inches, so slightly over 6 feet. And you have the JBL logo at the top of the line array column itself and at the bottom of the 12-inch sub. When you do turn this on, it looks like there is a indicator light that the power is on. The system has 12 2.5 inch main drivers going all the way down the column, and a 12-inch low frequency sub. The max dBl is 135, I believe, and the coverage from the line array is 130 high and 30 in width. Alright gang, welcome back. Now we'll take a look at the back panel, the knobs, and we'll power it on. Again, you have 7 channels all the way across, 4 being Omni, 2 being 1/4 inch line array. You do have your effects. You have a mode select and a back, and you also have 2 USB inputs, again, to stream other devices, hook up other devices, such as, and it escapes me, I can't remember the model, but AKG makes a wireless microphone that you could plug in here and use as well. Let's go ahead and power this up, and you do so by pushing on the power button. Hopefully we saw the screen scroll down here. Perfect. So these knobs are multifunctional, and just a heads up, they are a bit wobbly, so you can see that movement here. So it looks like you have knobs to, the main knob moves the volume of the entire unit. Pushing it selects the menu, and you can scroll through all your settings this way. Going through the settings allows you to go through all hooking up Bluetooth, EQ, and etc. If you get lost, just hit the back mode. DBX processing, that gets you into your EQ. Going all the way down to settings and selecting that will get you into your, there we go, audio pairing, Bluetooth control pairing, and so forth, firmware versions, and of course the factory reset. Alright gang, that is the power on and a basic run through the menu. Each channel is, you can edit it, so we'll go back and basically to select a channel, all you got to do, and in this case since we will be Bluetoothing, you push it, go over to the screen, and you can see that you can mute the channel scrolling down with the main knob. Will take you to your EQ inputs, and then of course your synth bass, etc. Alright gang, I'm going to go and get set up for Bluetooth and an audio demo, and I will bring you back when we're ready to go. Alright, welcome back gang, and we are going to go ahead and do a small audio demo. I have my MacBook paired into the Jbl Prx ONE, and we're going to fire up some music here. I got the PRX ONE about halfway up as a unit itself, and channel 7 about halfway up, and then I'll do the remainder of the volume control for my MacBook. Also, I have no EQ on this. To do a video on that or do a tutorial or anything like that would take too much time, and unfortunately YouTube does not allow me to put those put that long of a length of video on, but there are plenty of resources out there to show you how to EQ this thing, and we will go from there. So I'm gonna stop this, or actually I'm not even gonna stop it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around, and then we will audio test. There we go. And here we go, audio test. Or not the camera, but the microphone around. So at peak there, again, the unit itself was halfway up, the channel was halfway up, and then I went ahead and cranked the volume all the way up on my MacBook to kind of drive it. Again, I didn't EQ this, it's flat right out of the box. You could probably push more out of the subs, etc. I do hear a little bit of a mid scoop coming out of the main line arrays, and I think with a little bit of help we could probably get some decent sound. I might go ahead and, actually I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off here. I'm going to do a little bit of EQing on here and see if we can't make it sound a little better, a little beefier, and then I'm just going to go straight into an audio demo and go from there.
When it hurts like this, we hold each other high. we say goodbye or ever leave this stuff behind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. Yeah. When it hurts like this,
All right, gang, there was the second. Let me get the mic flipped around here. There we go. Around. So there was the second audio test. I turned the treble up about 3/4 of the way, same with the bass, and then I left the mids about half to see if I could bring those mids down a little bit, and it seemed like it did the job. Again, the whole unit itself was about 3/4 of the way turned up, and then the channel itself was also about 3/4 of the way turned up. It's probably pretty hard to translate the audio that I'm hearing through the microphone that's being used. The sub does give a nice reverberation across the floor, but it does lack definition and punch. And typical JBL fashion, overall though, it is crystal clean. Very good sound. Tweaking it more might help out. Those of you who have these, or those of you who have this, sorry, comment down below what your EQ settings are, in case people already have this and want to tweak it, maybe try something different, or if people are thinking about buying this when they get it home, they can go ahead and use your examples to EQ and kind of go from there. I will give you my final thoughts here. I'm going to go ahead, turn the camera off, turn the mic around, shut the system down, bring you back, give you my final thoughts, and we will go from there. All right, gang. All right, gang, welcome back. So here are my final thoughts. It's pretty typical of the line array systems that are the line array systems that are already out there. This is definitely a competitor to the new Bose stuff that's coming out, the Evolve 50s, the Evolve 30s from Electro Voice. And this is another great choice, ideal for the singer-songwriter with the 7-channel mixer in the back with effects. Really neat if you want to add instruments, take away instruments, maybe you got a guest performer coming with you. This would be a great unit for that. Also, if you're a small venue or bar looking for an affordable PA to do karaoke on, or if you are going to have small acts perform there, I would say no more than 2 to 3 people. You could definitely use this setup for it. DJs totally could use this, especially if you're super mobile. I would recommend getting a second one. Some smaller venues, you would only need one. But being able to cover more space, 2 would be great. Then you could hook it up to a small mixer or your DJ controller and go from there. There's plenty of inputs for that. I do have some negatives on this. Like most line array systems, this does have tower sway, and it has tower sway pretty bad. What that means is the column does have some push, and that can be a negative, especially in live and DJ settings, especially in bars or where it can get rowdy. A good push or knockover, and I feel that maybe these line arrays would break into their connection sockets, and I don't think there's a manufacturer warranty that would cover anything like that. The knobs also had me really worried. Earlier in the video, you might have seen me pushing them, and they rock really bad. They're not tight. I can move those things side to side, continent to continent. Not a problem. So be careful when you're transporting this, when you're using the knobs. Again, it seems like not a major quality issue, but the being overzealous or just not being careful when you transport this. It seems like those knobs could bend or break off, and I don't think, again, that's something that is covered by JBL's manufacturer warranty. So if you are going to use this commercially, as a DJ, as a bar, using it for karaoke, small venues, or you're a singer-songwriter and going to use this as your main PA, wherever you get this from, whether it is B&H, Musician's Friend, Sam Ash, Sweetwater, Guitar Center, if they offer you a performance plan or performance insurance that covers accidents and wear and tear, I highly, highly recommend that you get it. One, that way, if JBL tells you to beat rocks, if something happens to it accidentally or by design, the performance insurance will take care of you. And a lot of them nowadays, if they can't fix the problem, they're just going to get you a gift card or some sort of monetary device to go ahead and order a new one. Speaking of monetary, the price of these at the time of filming is $15.99 even, and these things are really new. Some of the places online, again, like B&H or what have you, are only taking pre-orders. I was able to get my hands on one, and trade secret. But a really, really great design as far as portable line arrays go. Really quick in the specs that I didn't mention, this thing is close to 56 pounds, so it is heavy. They do give you a nice contoured handle, so if you are moving this a lot, you're going to get a good grip on it and be able to lift it. If you're going to carry multiple of these, I would definitely recommend getting a cart. And of course, having the carrying bag for the line array tower is pretty sweet. And again, that's pretty standard, again, with most line arrays that you buy from Electro Voice or Bose. So let me know what you guys think below. Hit the like button and subscribe if you will. Any data that anybody else has on these things, I would love to know. The company that I work for is a JBL dealer, and anything that I can pass on to my customers would be helpful. And if you want to pick one of these up, contact me in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do about getting one of these to you. Really quick too, this channel is agenda free. I don't get paid by anybody to sell these things. JBL doesn't give me these things for free, so forth and so on. I buy this stuff with my own money. That way I'm invested into the gear and given an honest, no BS review. So hopefully this helps you out. If you pick one of these up, you're not making a bad decision. Just be mindful of the tower sway and the wiggle on the button switches, and you'll be good to go. So I want to thank you all for tuning in, watching this video, and if you have any further questions, give me a holler. Thanks again. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Ciao, guys.